Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the School of Medicine's virtual declaration ceremony for the Bachelor of Medicine and Surgery at the Faculty of Health Sciences, based at the University of Pretoria. A special word of welcome to all of our speakers this morning. Professor Tiaan de Jager, Dean at the Faculty of Health Sciences. Professor Vanessa Steenkamp, Deputy Dean of Teaching and Learning. Professor Flavia Sinkubuke, Deputy Dean of Stakeholder Relations. Professor Tahi Pillay, Acting School Chair of the School of Medicine. My name is Manivi Ganyo, Head of Marketing and Communications at the Faculty of Health Sciences. I would like to take this opportunity to call Professor Tiaan de Jager, Dean at the Faculty of Health Sciences, to do the official welcome.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the School of Medicine Virtual Declaration Ceremony at the University of Pretoria. I am Professor Tiaan de Jager, Dean at the Faculty of Health Sciences. A special virtual welcome to the Vice-Chancellor and Principal of the University of Pretoria, Professor Tuhana Kupe, University of Pretoria executive members, Faculty of Health Sciences Exco, staff, and to all our students who will be taking the respective declarations today. All protocol observed. I would also like to welcome all the family members and loved ones who are joining us virtually from different parts of South Africa and the world. The Faculty of Health Sciences at the University of Pretoria is honored and proud to witness this special occasion. Today you will be taking your respective declaration and oath, which is your commitment to assume the responsibilities and obligations in your healthcare profession. Very soon, you will receive your degree and you will join over 300,000 students who have graduated at the University of Pretoria and become part of the UP alumni community. By taking this declaration, you are taking an oath that when you put on your scrubs or white coat, or when you enter a healthcare facility, you will have the utmost respect for human life. I am proud of each and every one of our students who are present today. This year, the faculty has been more intentional of amplifying efforts to transform teaching and learning platforms to graduate holistic health sciences professionals who have a greater understanding of their role and contributions to society. The involvement of our students, soon to be graduates, is not only academic related, but also include various community engagement initiatives to ensure that they embody our ethos of being #life changers in their healthcare careers. In taking your oath, you commit to holding lives in the highest regard, cooperating across professions with a lifelong dedication and commitment to respecting the scientific gains in your respective professions. I wish you all the best in your next chapter as you pursue your quest to become #life changers, and I have no doubt that you will make a positive impact in society. You might not want to hear it today, but I am also encouraging you to consider postgraduate qualification at the African Global University, the University of Pretoria. I wish you well, and please take care.
Thank you so much, Professor de Jager. Now we will hand over to the Deputy Dean of Teaching and Learning, Professor Vanessa Steenkamp, to do the official address.
Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Life is filled with highs and lows, happiness and struggles that will test your resilience and integrity, push you to overcome challenges and leave you with lessons that will make you even stronger on your way up. It's the way you feel and think about yourself, including your expectations and beliefs about what is possible, that greatly determines everything that happens to you. Good day. I am Vanessa Steenkamp, the Deputy Dean of Teaching and Learning in the Faculty of Health Sciences, and deem it a great honor and privilege to address you today. My heartfelt thanks to the heads of various departments and the faculty for their valuable contributions, guidance and encouragement throughout your years of study. Special gratitude to the non-teaching staff who have worked hard to support you and ensure that this occasion becomes a memorable event. A big thank you to family, friends and loved ones for their unwavering support. Most importantly, to each student, you persevered and followed the path that led to success. Congratulations on your oath-taking ceremony. As you recite the oath today, may the words be engraved in your hearts and may you live life accordingly. We are proud of you as you are going out to do something great that will have a big impact on members in our community. I leave you with this inspiring quote by Martin Luther King. An individual has not started living until he rises above the confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Go out, live life, and become a #life changer.
Thank you so much, Professor Vanessa Steenkamp. Next up, we have Professor Tahi Pillay, the Acting Chair of the School of Medicine, to lead the class of 2021 in taking their respective oath.
Dear students, on behalf of Professor Robin Green and in the immortal words of the father of our nation, Madiba, this has been a long walk to freedom for you, your parents and your families. I would like to thank you for working hard and successfully navigating the turbulence of the past 2 years. It has been a very difficult period for the country. Many congratulations. It has been and still is a difficult period for the country and the world, but today is a chance for us to celebrate your success as you come to the end of this journey. I would like to thank you for the support that you as students have given to the School of Medicine, and also for making the faculty and the university proud. I would also like to thank the staff of the School of Medicine, the administrative staff and the academic staff for the roles they played in getting you here and contributing to your success, and for building and facilitating the online platform that allowed this. As we start the ceremony, you will now become members of the medical fraternity. At the end of the declaration, and when I read your names and results and prizes, you will then be the new doctors for South Africa. That is a magnificent achievement, and welcome to the new fraternity of medical practitioners. We now come to the declaration and oath, which I would like to read with you. For those of you reading with me, I would like to ask you to stand because this is quite a solemn occasion. So with me, on receiving my degree in medicine and surgery at the University of Pretoria and on entering the medical profession, I declare solemnly that I will continue the ancient tradition of healthcare and service to humanity. I will respect human life. I will practice my profession diligently, with dignity and with professionalism. I will respect my colleagues, and together we will strive to maintain high professional standards. I will maintain and protect patient confidentiality, and in all cases will conduct myself in an ethical and professional way towards my patients. I will continue the high standard of training received from my university through lifelong learning in order to remain a competent practitioner. It has been an honor for Professor Green and myself to help you get here. So please go and enjoy your holiday and be safe, and please adhere to social distancing and wear your masks and enjoy your internship in 2022.
We are now going to read the names of our graduates. The first graduate is Sharin Achenbach. Hassan Ahmed with distinction. Olaubukola Alison Loye. Juwaria Ali. Isaac Amalwa with distinction. Boluatife Ayodele. Ilse Bardenhorst. John Baines with distinction. Marley Banks with distinction. Johan Barnard with distinction. Tyler Baron with distinction. Clifford Batman. Ansia Basson. Anime Benade. Ryan Biekas with distinction. Diraj Bana. Shanre Bosch with distinction. Minette Bossoff with distinction. Sorry. Kelly Michelle Bosman Janssen. Chamonix Brescia with distinction. Genevieve Bracken with distinction. Nicole Broich with distinction. Shanae Berger. Kyla Berger. Itumeleng Puti. Matthew Butler with distinction. Matthew Carlson. Busisa Tengimbo. Vyashna Shablal. Kualsam Shabti. Amand Silies. Nisia Kutsie with distinction. Jan Kutsie with distinction. Jennifer Dalglish. Michael De Barros with distinction. Sulet Dilvilliers with distinction. Gerard Dempers with distinction. Lauren Dewey with distinction. Mtokozisi Dlamini. Casey Dry with distinction. Francois Dutoit. Sibusiso Dube. Liesel Duvenache with distinction. Francis L. Johannes Eberson. Paula Edwards with distinction. Kaylin Einbach. Huzaifa Elamdin with distinction. Marley Els with distinction. Renat Esterhazen with distinction. Neil Fair. Leah Fairclough with distinction. Lisa Fauchier. Peter Foree. Rebecca Foxton with distinction. Maxine Francisco with distinction. Tyler Friedland with distinction. Moore Funis with distinction. Rachel Glass. Raylene Godfrey. Michael House with distinction. Denisha Gavender. Desilan Gavender. Nathaniel Gavender. Parvani Gavender. Amor Krobler. Alessandro Guerra. Daniela Guimares. Candice Gunn with distinction. Mark Hadley Grave. Genevieve Hanbury King. Tamrin Anacom. Enrico Hariparsat, Simri Hartsleaf with distinction, Catherine Haupt, Deborah Hawks with distinction, Kevin Higgs, Estee Hofmeyer with distinction, Di Huang, Suzanne Hugo with distinction, Albert Idema with distinction, Caitlin Ear with distinction, Carmen Sofia Jacinto with distinction, Lucas Janse van Vieren, Bonginkosi Jele, Andrew Johnston with distinction, Haley Jolly, Daniel Jordan with distinction, Sibatatu Joyini, Brendan Katusik, Bokamuso Kekana, Samir Khan, Helen Kasten, Vanessa Koza, Aidan Knoop, Jana Liebe Koch with distinction, Aldrich Kolso, Liandi Krauser, Marie Kritzinger, Joshua Kuhn, Gabriela Quant with distinction, Luke Lepin with distinction, Nadine Lachachan, Monique Lewis with distinction, Arauna Liebenberg, Claudia Linde Smith with distinction, Simone Liu, Mariana Lopez with distinction, Lisa Marie Lowe with distinction, Rosandri Luchik, Dineo Mabote, Olotando Matingwane, Mahlodi Mahachane with distinction, Sonwabile Magwenju with distinction, Razia Mahomet Sidat, Charity Maja, Sheka Makan, Litabo Mahamata, Louisa Malan with distinction, Kunyiswa Malangeni, Mangoko Malapane, Tebucho Malapane, Angel Maliswene, Shela Maloka, Nontsikalelo Mamba, Ntombikayise Manquzana, Sipenati Manyaba, Sean Maritz, Rishoketswe Marupula, Derek Martin, Mthokozisi Masango, Ezekiel Masinya, Claude Mashego, Lily Mashita, Pusaletso Mateisi, Tsakane Matsike, Lebuchang Machiu, Tolerance Matsane, Siabonga Matsebula, John Mateyson, Neo Mawasha, Sipiwe Mazibuko, Mutiwake Mbele, Sakile Mbokane, Kimberly McDonald, Ufense Mehwe, Janke Mens, Yolandi Meya, Tina Mkweli, Ongezwa Mhlana, Mandisa Mhlanga, Palisa Mkhwanazi, Athenkosi Mlenga, Zuzile Mlotshwa, Mbali Mngomezulu, Sharnisha Mohan, Tiego Muhlamunyane, Faika Mosin with distinction, Matoto Moima, Lisejo Moheti, Precious Mulife, Sunei Marie Momberg Forward with distinction, Osiel Munonsi, Nina Moseis with distinction. Unalinna Musieleng with distinction. Nabila Motala. Anda Mphalala. Kiarubetswa Mpanza. Andile Mpungose. Ketokuhle Mtiane. Kershan Munin with distinction. Karen Munung. Elizabeth Mwaniki. Ruan Meiberg with distinction. Nokwanda Mzoneli with distinction. Carmel Naidu. Jadin Naidu with distinction. Kavi Naidu. Kelsey Naidu with distinction. Maheshri Naidu. Malville Ngube. Noluthando Ndlovu. Sulufelo Ndlovu with distinction. Griselda Nietling with distinction. Hierita Nell with distinction. Funzo Nechizibe with distinction. Ndivuwa Nechituka. Bulelwa Ngai with distinction. Maseho Ngobeni. Njabuliso Ngomane. Sesethu Ngotana Ntaba. Nonhlanhla Nhlapho. Anelisiwe Noxaka. Silva Nyandiko. Letu Nyathela. Luto Nyathela. Amy Olivier with distinction. Sharney Olivier with distinction. Muaz Omar. Mahwadi Paladi with distinction. Manda Patela. Carla Peters. Saskia Potgieter. Alka Prasad. Armand Pretorius with distinction. Henrik Pretorius. Zubair Rahman with distinction. Sahil Raichund with distinction. Shrivan Ramkilawan. Megan Ramsden with distinction. Reinhard Reinders with distinction. Yandri Rousseau with distinction. Julia Sackman. Dakota Saudan with distinction. Elray Sauerman. Inge Smith with distinction. Leonard Schubert with distinction. Peggy Siahwe. Mukokobale Sehwapa. Grace Seftin Poltny with distinction. Jared Sheehan. Alison Shumba. Richard Siebert with distinction. Mfundo Sigudla. Nomcebo Skosana. Alida Spulstra. Shanae Stoffberg. Jiame Stone. Yana Swanepoel with distinction. Mignon Swanepoel with distinction. Mevelis Tangem. Danelle Tambiran with distinction. Stephanie Thomas with distinction. Ma Juan Tredo with distinction. Lilani Tribelhorn with distinction. Catherine Ace with distinction. Joan Ray van der Berg. L. Louise van der Merwe with distinction. Philippa van der Merwe with distinction. Tian van der Merwe. Maritza van der Walt with distinction. Jan van Grienen. Gianni van Niekerk with distinction. Vian van Rooyen. Milan van Veenhuizen with distinction. Michael van Velden. Ashley Velsich with distinction. Zintle Vilakati. Izel Wallis. Vilmarie Weyers. Kirsty Williams. Daniel Vium, Martinez Volmarans, Michelle Yuan, Junior Zhao, Nokubonga Zondi, Mohammed Roji, Kara Bosman, and last but not least, Annelyn Govender. And now we are going to read those candidates who have obtained prizes in the respective disciplines. Anime Bernade, Department of Family Medicine Prize for the best final year student in family medicine during GNK 691 urban rotation. Kelly Michelle Bosman Janssen, Department of Family Medicine Prize for the best final year student in district healthcare and family medicine during the GNK 688 rural rotation. Genevieve Bracken, with distinction, Department of Surgery Prize for the best student clinical. Marjuan Trudeau, with distinction, Department of Surgery Prize for the best student general surgery. Faika Mohsin, with distinction, Sasok No Gauteng Prize for excellence in obstetrics and gynecology. Kara Bosman, Sasok Prize, it's a shared prize amongst 5 candidates, best final year student in community obstetrics. Susan Yuho, with distinction, also Sasok Prize, best final year student in community obstetrics. Griselda Nietling, with distinction, Sasok Prize, best final year student in community obstetrics. Inge Schmidt, with distinction, Sasok Prize, best final year students in community obstetrics. Yanni van Niekerk, Sasok Prize, shared prize, best final year student in community obstetrics. The next prize is the Friki Engels Prize for the best achievement in student intern in urology, Leonard Schubert. And then Minon Sonetpool, with distinction, excellence in clinical pediatrics, to the student who obtained the highest marks for the clinical component of the final examinations in pediatrics. Chamonix Brescia, with distinction, gets the Nestle Prize for best achievement in pediatrics at 6th year level. Paula Edwards, with distinction, gets the Pediatrics Alumni Prize for best achievement in pediatrics during the 5th and the 6th year of study. Danielle Jordan, with distinction, gets the LJ de Groen Medal for the best achievement in obstetrics and gynecology. Monique Lewis, with distinction, gets the Horace Wells Medal for the best final year student in anesthesiology. Paula Edwards, again, gets with distinction the School of Medicine Prize. This goes to the student who made the largest contribution to the student community. Jana Lebe Koch, with distinction, School of Medicine Prize for the highest marks in the final year of study. Olotando Matingwane gets the Professor Bongani Mayosi Foundation Prize for excellence in leadership in the final year of medicine. And finally, Paula Edwards, with distinction, School of Medicine Prize. You will realize this, you are not hearing this name for the first time. She gets the prize for the best performance in the MBChB course, for the whole of the MBChB course. Thank you very much.
Next up, we have Professor Flavia Sinkobuke, the Deputy Dean of Stakeholder Relations, to do the acknowledgements.
I'd like to thank all of you for joining us to celebrate this auspicious occasion. Today would have not been possible without the assistance and contribution of many individuals. I'd like to thank the various sponsors of awards, as well as the generous support of our students at the University of Pretoria. I'd like to acknowledge and thank each lecturer, administrator, professional staff, all of you who have assisted in the journey of each student over the past years and played a role in the students achieving their goal and today declaring their oath into the field of medicine. We have to acknowledge that today would have not been possible without the love and support of each of our students' family members, their friends, and of course, their fellow classmates. As the university, we would like to thank you for your support, for your love and contribution to each and every single one of our students. And last but not least, our new medical doctors. Congratulations to you, and may this new chapter in your life be as successful as the one you just achieved. In this new chapter, remember to stay true to yourself and remember the UP hashtag, be a life changer.
Thank you, Prof. Lavia. In closing, I would like to leave you with a quote from Jeanette Napolitano, who said, "You don't go to university so you can punch a clock. You go to university so you can be in a position to make a difference." Go out there and be life changers. Thank you.